Well, I'm a little hesitant to make this video and tell you that you're going to need to get backlinks for your local business, contractor, home service type of website in order to get ranking higher on the search results of Google. And the reason I'm hesitant to create this video, make this video, and start telling you about this is because there's a lot of people that think that backlinks are the magic bullet, the silver bullet, the thing that's really going to skyrocket their business profile, their website to the top of the search results. There's so much information about backlinks out there. And over the years, I'm very, very confused on these backlinks as well. I've often wondered, do these things really make an impact? Are they important? Should you be getting them? It gets really, really confusing. So in this video, I want to kind of break things down and try to simplify things so you guys can understand the importance or the not importance of backlinks and where you should get them. And I'm going to show you guys places where you can get these things for dirt cheap, while at the same time also getting good quality backlinks. They're probably going to cost you quite a bit of money, and also situations where you probably don't even need that many backlinks or any backlinks at all, depending on your industry, what service you're providing, and the location you're providing that service in. So let's get into it. Let me tell you guys the whole thing about backlinks. So let me see if I can explain to you guys exactly how backlinks work in this wonderful world of the internet, specifically Google, because they're the ones that figured everything out. Let me put my old man glasses on so I can explain all of this stuff. So it was Google that figured out a way to make sure a website was worth a damn, that a website was useful. The information on this page was useful and it was going to show up higher on the search results. It was Google that figured it out. Now, this is just some old guy like me right here, just from what I've learned about search engine optimization, everything I learned about backlinks, just years of experience. It's just my own little theories, my own my own beliefs as to how and why these backlinks work, and explains a lot of Google's algorithm. So it was Google that discovered that in order to make sure a website that was worth a damn and showcase it to the end user, the user of Google, in order to do that, what they wanted to do was they went out there and started to look for other websites online that linked to another website to show its usefulness, to show it's almost like social media these days when a lot of people like a post or even just react to a post in general. That's what makes a post go up higher and showcase more in the algorithm, things like that. That's how Google did it, was by looking for links on other websites that pointed to another website, and that's what pushed these websites higher in the search results, and this is what eventually made Google the number one search engine. And it's because it was human activity. Back when they started was when somebody made a really good website, there was other websites that weren't as useful that were referencing this particular website, dictated who was worth the damn online, and pushed higher on the search results. So over the years and over the decades, it was a shit ton of websites that weren't as useful. Some were garbage websites. Websites were abandoned. There wasn't much traffic to them, but they pointed to all of these good websites over here. And now, from my understanding, I try to make this visual so you guys can kind of understand. From my understanding, only about 20% of websites online are actually any good. They're useful. They, solve somebody's problem, they answer a question, they're all useful, and about the 80% of them are not. So only 20% of the websites online are worth a damn and worth even looking up or finding. And all the other websites, the other 80%, are all referencing these websites online. So 20% of websites are good online. The other 80 are pretty much useless, garbage, trash, no good. And all they're doing out there is supporting these 20% of websites online. So that's how the whole algorithm works. And this also now these are websites that are like on a national level, on a massive worldwide level. When you're looking at local SEO, it's almost the same, but not really, because you're still building a website that's useful. Somebody needs somebody like carpet cleaning. I always use carpet cleaning because it's easy to explain that way. Somebody needs carpet cleaning. Somebody types in carpet cleaning near me. Your website shows up for carpet cleaning. The reason it shows up because it was useful, answer somebody's questions, and you're going to go book a call or fill out an email form on that website. And that website's going to start to climb and be useful in Google's algorithm. But there are situations where you're going to need more websites pointing to your business so they can start showing up higher and get you placed in that 20% of websites that are worth a damn online. So where do you get these links? these garbage links, these links that are not that good, or anything like that. The only way that you guys should be getting these backlinks to begin with is, remember what I said about these right here? These 20% of websites are worth a damn. They got good quality, they're useful, they're structured correctly, all that stuff. There's a reason why all these other websites pointed to these, right? It's not just because they were worth a shit, especially back in the days. People pointed to websites that were useful and informative, solve the problem, solve the question, whatever it might be. So this is the only reason you should be getting backlinks to your website, is if your website is worth a damn. This is why I said I was hesitant to make this video, because once people figure out, oh, all I need is backlinks, I can't even count the number of times I've seen people. I remember talking to a guy who spent thousands and thousands of dollars on backlinks to point to his website, because he's like, oh, that's all you need to rank. That's all I'm going to do. But knowing what I know now these days, it's, you can't really do that unless your website is worth a damn. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is how you should be doing. If you're going to go out there and get backlinks, I'm going to show you the method that when I help people do it for their businesses, this is the exact method that I now follow when creating backlinks to a business's website. So let me show you guys exactly how I do it and where I get some of these backlinks for dirt cheap. Okay, so let's say there's a business owner that hired me out, or if you're a business owner and you want to do this for yourself, this is exactly how I would recommend doing this for your business in order to push it and be one of those 20% of websites that are worth a damn online, based on other websites pointing links to your website if necessary. Now, before I even go any further than that, there is some industries, there are some services. This is why I like working with contractors and home service type business owners. There are some businesses where you don't need any of this backlinking stuff at all. If you do, it's very minimal, because like the example, I always give the example of concrete contractor, because I do come from a concrete contractor, driving a concrete truck. Concrete contractors are completely missing the boat on all of this stuff. They don't even look into this. But I always give the example, if I were to be a concrete contractor here where I live in San Luis Obispo County, if I were to build a website that says I'm a concrete contractor here in Paso Robles serving the San Luis Obispo County, about page, contact page, I do concrete driveways, concrete retaining walls, concrete hardscapes, um, concrete removal and repair, um, concrete finishing, whatever, right? And I just built that and just leave that online, really well structured, good content on all the pages, and just leave it out there, have a Google business profile. I almost guarantee you that this website and that listing that I create for it is going to rank, because there's no other contractor even in the ballpark. They're not even attempting. Nobody's even getting in the ring to fight. There's nothing at all, no competition at all. So it'd be super easy. Now, if like I'm in an industry like junk removal, where it's much, much more competitive online, then more things are going to be needed. So let's say I build a website like this, right? So somebody hires me out and say, okay, cool. We'll build out your website, get it all set up. So this is month one. And then month two, I'm gonna say, you know what? We need to start building out pages and start building out your topical authority, topical relevance. You got to start telling Google that you know your industry inside and out with creating other subservice pages, right? Subservices, subcategories. For the example of concrete driveways, you can say we built concrete driveways, we built concrete driveway extensions, we built stamped concrete driveways, built driveway paths for RV parking, whatever, right? See, I'm saying I'm starting to build different pages under the service category of concrete driveway paving services, right? You start building out pages like that. So you build all these pages out. So let's say I added these 5 pages on month number 2. So at this point now, once these pages are established, they're created, they're SEO optimized, they're interlinking correctly, all of this stuff. Now I go out online and find garbage links, just shitty links online. And you can purchase these. I'll show you guys at the end of the video where you can purchase some of these links. They're PBN links. They're called niche edit links, just links in general, just links out there online. Like I said, mentioned earlier, 80% of websites online are just garbage. They're just sitting there, just dormant, not doing shit. But at least what they're doing is providing links for other websites that really are worth a damn. So you can go out there. What I would go out there to do is start paying for some PBN links, some niche edit links. Like I said, I'll explain this a little bit here at the end of this video. And the sole purpose is not to rank this business or anything, to build authority for the domain, none of that shit. It is just to simply tell Google that these pages are worth a crap and they're worth indexing in in Google's what do you call it, index of pages. That's the only reason for it. They're not really any good or anything like that. You just point a link to this brand new page, and then you're good to go. All right. So month number 3 comes along, and we build out another 5 pages. Okay, let's go ahead and build more pages for concrete retaining walls, right? Whatever, right? You're building 5 pages, right? Or you don't want to build 5 pages for retaining walls, maybe 2 pages for retaining walls and 3 pages for hardscape designs. Make sure each page is SEO optimized, built out correctly, good pictures, interlinking correctly. Then you go out and you get links to point to each one of these pages next. And again, the only sole purpose is so that Google will take these pages seriously and index every one of these pages. Okay. Next month, guess what you do? You do the same shit again. You build 5 more pages, maybe some more, another category under concrete, whatever it is, right? Or junk removal. Junk removal is very easy because there's a million things people pick up for junk removal, right? You could build out a page for debris removal, construction debris removal, storm debris removal, home renovation debris removal, demo removal, whatever. You start building out pages for that, and you point links to each one of these pages, and you pay maybe 50 to 75 bucks a link for each one of these pages, and then it further indexes the page. And then you go on to month number 5. You do the same damn thing again. You see what I'm saying? This is what SEO is. So anybody else out there telling you there's some magic to formula to this SEO stuff, then no, this is it. Anybody else, like I said, anybody else is just blowing smoke up your ass thinking that you're going to manipulate the system or anything like that. You're building good quality content. You build pages that are useful. You're following all the rules of SEO on every single page, interlinking each page correctly, and then you're pointing a backlink to each one of these pages for the sole purpose of just indexing and making sure that it's one of those 80% of pages that are just garbage online supporting this website that's going to be in that 20% tile of websites. And again, you do this for month 6, and you do it till you rank. If you need more pages, you keep going. If you don't, if you're good to go, then you're good to go. However, there are some good quality links that you should be getting pointing to this page, your main service page. And these are what I call locally relevant pages, locally relevant links, good quality links from high quality websites that have traffic related to your industry. And you can point maybe 1, maybe 2 links a month to your main homepage in your local market there to build up the trust of your business here and drag the rest of these pages along and help it rank better online. And what do I mean by these types of links? These are like, this is what I started discovering years ago. It was like, why don't you just get Chamber of Commerce links? If you're, in my eyes, I always thought about it. I'm like, wouldn't it make sense? Google would crawl this and see there's a Chamber of Commerce link for this particular town, for let's say a concrete contractor in San Luis Obispo, and I got a Chamber of Commerce link in the San Luis Obispo Chamber of Commerce pointing to my website. Doesn't it make sense? To Google's algorithm that I'm out there trying to promote my business. Then there's out there like sporting teams, like little league teams, soccer teams, cheerleading little things, and you can support and sponsor their pages, and only do so if they allow a link on their page that points back to your business, and that'll start building up credibility. And then you could also go out there and get pretty damn expensive links on, they're called guest posts on websites that have a lot of live traffic, live people visiting these websites, and they create a link that points back to your website that's related to your industry. So let me show you guys where you can get some of these links. Now, as far as those high quality, expensive guest posts of getting links from websites that have live traffic and are legitimate backlinks, where I go is Loganics, I think is what it's called. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but usually I just go in here and get the guest posts. But you're going to see they can range in price. You can see that they cost, let's say here, 200 to 400 bucks a link. This is why I only add like maybe 1 or 2 if needed. Depends on the industry. Links to a homepage of a website. I'll get it from Loganics. This is a good place. And if you create an account here, you can find places. They'll list out websites that they have. You can list them up by industry. Even local, if it's possible, things like that. For the most part, when it comes to a local business, I try to go out and get links from local areas. I go and do some search and find places, like I said, a little league team, soccer team, donating to a festival of some sort, Christmas light parade, whatever. I'll try to find those first before anything else. And then that's the type of links that I get there. Now when it comes to those garbage links, um, all I go to is Legit here. I go to Legit. This is a place I've been using for a long time, and you can just find right here PBN links. Some are better than others. Some are a little sketchy. There's some that I like. For example, I like this one and this one here. But you can see each link's about $50. I think this one's about $25 a link. So I build out those 5 pages, right? 5 pages, and I go and get let's say some links for, I don't think they're $50. Let me look really quick. There you go, $35 a piece. Something to that extent. $30, maybe $50. Let's say it's $50. So you're going to spend $250 on getting links to those 5 pages that you built, again, for the sole purpose of making sure Google takes those pages seriously and starts to just see you as one of those websites in the 20 percentile that's worth a damn that other websites are linking to. But do you see what I'm saying? You have to build out your website first. Slowly start building out a website that's well structured, SEO optimized. This is what I tell a lot of people. In my opinion, SEO, local SEO, I would say 80% of it is the actual website design. It's not the design, the structure and the interlinking and how you've laid the whole thing out and really speak to Google and let them know exactly all the services you provide in the local market you provide those services in. And that's what builds up that authority, starts pushing your website hop higher, as well as the Google business profile and the search results there of Google. So there you go. That's the whole thing with backlinks and how you should actually do the whole backlink thing for your business website, your home service contractor website, if you do them at all. Like I said, think about it in your industry, whatever your industry you're in. If you're slow competition, I wouldn't even bother with the damn backlinks. I would just build out the website, get some citations done. That's that type of thing. Maybe get a link at the Chamber of Commerce in your town or something like that. That's pretty much all I think you'll need. But like I said, you're more competitive. Like I said, something like a cleaning company, a junk removal business, plumbers, HVAC. Yeah, you're going to need all that stuff. You're going to need a lot of backlinks. And like I said, only get the backlinks once you've built out the website like you are supposed to build out the website. Like I said in the beginning of the video, the reason all of those 80% of those websites pointed to that 20% is because the 20% were good. This is the reason they pointed links to it. So you have to think about it that way. Why would any other website point a link to your website unless your website is good? So if you just build some shit website, 1 page, 2 page, and have 100 links pointing to your website, in my opinion, you're just wasting your time, you're wasting your money, and Google's algorithm is smart enough to know that you're just trying to screw their system over, and they're just going to ignore you, which is even worse than getting de-indexed or whatever they call it, where you just don't even appear online. It's the same damn thing. Google just doesn't ignore you. Little kid screaming in a corner, just doesn't care about you at all. So you want to learn how to build a website like you're supposed to, properly structured, SEO optimized. All that's what I think is 80% of SEO is properly structuring and building out a website. I have a school group where you can learn how to do all that stuff. I show people how to do that from scratch, templates, ChatGPT prompts, show you how to write all your content, all that good stuff. If you're a local business owner who doesn't want to deal with any of this crap, you want somebody to do this stuff for you, all of my stuff is in the description below, and you can check all that stuff out. You guys want to learn more about some SEO crap that I have on this YouTube channel? I'll put videos here somewhere on the screen. Other than that, that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.